Sound card unboxings always seem to generate a fair amount of interest. So today I'm going to be having a look at the X Studio 5.1 from AuzenTech. I can come right out and tell you any AuzenTech sound card is probably a good choice. You just find the one in your price range and buy it, and it's probably either the or close to the best card to buy in that price range. So there's a little summary on the side here of the connectivity. So you can see this is either a low profile or a full height card. It supports a bunch of different outputs, which we'll have a closer look at when we've actually got the card out of the box. This is the X Studio 5.1, which I believe I already said. Why don't we just go ahead and open up this package and start having a look at this thing. We can talk about the specs on the box while we're doing that. Okay, as long as I can get the wrapper undone, then we'll be in good shape. Another thing that AuzenTech is pretty unique is that they allow you, another way that they're unique, is that they allow you to swap the op amp. So those are the actual chips built into the sound card that do the amplification. So you can swap in anything you want, whereas on a lot of other brands of sound cards, you would actually have to desolder the original ones and solder on new ones. They make it a lot easier for you. And that basically allows you to buy different op amps and tune it to however you want the card to sound. Now this one only has a socket for the two stereo channels. So for your front left and front right channels, although their higher end cards actually have swappable sockets for even many of the other channels as well. So here's this, we're not going to look at the sound card quite yet. Let's have a look at what's included in terms of accessories and cables and other stuff. Alright, well, we've got our low profile bracket, which is all fancy and gold plated and looks very nice. Has a little Auzen logo stamped into it. Then we have a little adapter. Okay, so we'll show you how that works in just a moment. And then we have an empty plastic bag. Oh, I guess that's what this was inside, so that it would stay protected, but it fell out in shipping. That's too bad. There, now we've reboxed that particular aspect of this card. Then we have an easy setup guide, which is in a variety of different languages and tells you how to easily set up the card. Alright, setting up sound cards is fairly straightforward. You plug it in, you install the driver. Here's the installation CD. Download the latest drivers off the AuzenTech website for best results. Alright, so we'll have a look at the card itself now. It's a fairly inexpensive card, actually. I believe this is one of the least expensive, if not the least expensive, that AuzenTech has ever released. So it's a great opportunity for someone who's never tried an AuzenTech sound card to find out what all the fuss is about. So you can see from this plug here, we can, or from the back of the card here, we can plug in optical audio out. We have a, I believe that's a line in, probably, would be my guess. We have a microphone, and then we have our 7.1 audio out here. So this is headphones is here, this one is center, this one is front, and this one is side. Did I say 7 or rear? Did I say 7.1? I meant 5.1. This is a 5.1 card. So here is the swappable op amp here. So that is the amplification chip for the front connector, so that's that one. So you can put in something else if you want. It is socketed, so you can remove it quite easily. Alright, let's talk a little bit more about the features that are included with this board. So it has support for HD front panel audio. That's something that was missing on a lot of sound cards until AuzenTech came on the scene, because certain sound card manufacturers wanted you to buy proprietary front panel connectors, but this will hook up to the front panel of any case, which is great for a value solution like this. Next, we've got internal digital output via 2-pin connector. Okay, so that's right there. And what else do we have on here? They've got a 3D surround engine driver support, so that's Q-Sound. I've actually never heard of Q-Sound before, but if anyone has this card, feel free to post under the comments of the video and let us know what you think of the Q-Sound 3D engine. And that pretty much covers everything I wanted to say about it. Oh, apparently the mic has a preamp gain of +6 decibels, which is great, because I don't know about you, but I've used a lot of mics and a lot of sound cards, and I find that 90% of the time it's just not loud enough. And so they've added a little bit of a boost to it, which is really nice. If you boost it properly, you don't get that distortion. And the last thing we got is, oh yeah, the audio processor being used is a VIA 1723 audio processor, and you can see that right there. So thank you for checking out my unboxing and first look at the X Studio 5.1. I know there's not a whole lot to talk about with a sound card, but the point of this video is basically in this price range. If you've never had a dedicated sound card before, you don't know what you're missing. Because onboard audio, despite what whoever will tell you about it, is just not as good as a dedicated card. Even with a value solution like this, you're going to get a much more satisfying experience versus onboard. So I definitely recommend picking up an AuzenTech sound card if you haven't already.